Welcome to Some Say I'm Gifted, where we teach you the magic of walking in your spiritual gifts and how it can help you navigate this crazy life, and helping you understand that even though we're in this world, we are not of it. So take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, and let's get real.
Hey y'all, it's me, Tess, from Some Say I'm Gifted. I'm here with my two other hostess cakes, Morgan and Danielle. Why don't you two lovely ladies say hello?
Hello, everyone. I am Danielle, one of the three cakes.
Hello, I'm Morgan. I'm a vanilla cake.
Clearly. Anyways, guys, we need to do a shout out to one of our lovely followers that interact with our post. Has anybody got one they want to throw out?
Yes, we are going to mention Dana Wingard.
Not that hoe.
Is she a hostess too? A ho?
Yes.
Ho?
Yes. That's what I meant. Hostess cakes. Because we're all sweat tribes, right?
Sweet twins.
All right. Hey, Dana, thank you for interacting. And if you would like to hear your name on our lovely podcast, just interact with one of our bazillion posts that we do weekly.
Mm-hmm.
I say bazillion because there's a lot. We try to keep it fresh and comical. Anyways, how y'all doing? We're doing record weekend, which can always be hard on the old noggin.
It is.
Oh, I should probably tell you, right? Morgan's looking at me like I like telling, but what she doesn't realize is that I don't always look up. Because I'm cooking.
Yes.
Because I'm a cooker. I cook things.
I'm signaling with my eyes.
But I'm not looking at her because I've got a knife. And I'm cutting up chicken thighs to go in my homemade jambalaya.
Ooh, so excited.
Which is what we'll eat later. And then y'all will hear about heartburn, I'm sure, whatever. I don't get heartburn. They probably do.
Don't be jelly about missing out on the jambalaya.
You should be, Jelly. It's going to be amazing, and I'm so excited.
Yeah. So when we get together, I know this is crazy because we look so perfect. We have to eat. It's a bonkers, I know. But yes, we do like to cook and eat together and share the experience. We even bring my husband and children along sometimes for the experiment. So, I'm cooking, so please forgive me. But we have an amazing podcast planned for you today. It's all about the vibrations of things, really. Right?
Yeah.
So, do you guys want me just to jump right in?
Always.
Yes.
Here, because I'm not jumping in. No, I'm just playing. So, I was driving down the road one day, and that's a lot of our podcasts. I will call Danielle or Morgan and be like, I want to talk about, you know. So I'm driving down the road one day and it hit me. My husband and I he always talks about how beautiful and green everything is here. Like we have such intense levels of green that it's breathtaking when you say ladies.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. All the trees. And not to mention, like, the kudzu is covering the brown of the tree, so it's like there's no...
Well, yeah, we have some kudzu, but not as much as we in East Tennessee we have some, but not like West Virginia. That's just greenery here, by the way.
Yeah.
Did you know that? Like,
Well, I commented on it once when I was younger and I first came here, and your mom was like, "That's kudzu and we hate it." And I was like, "Oh,
yes,
okay."
it's in spots, but like,
Get that invasive thing out of
we
here.
don't, so like Virginia, West Virginia is kudzu. You know what we're talking about? Like when you go up to Ohio to see your husband's family.
Yeah.
Do you know when you get to West Virginia, it's just like, it looks like ivy taking everything over. That's
Okay,
kudzu.
yes. Gotcha.
We have some of that here, but not like, if you'd ever been to West Virginia, you'd be like,
Bad.
and that's why, because it overtakes. It's very invasive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we still have, from the top of the mountain, all the way down, it's green, isn't it?
Yeah, and green, super green grass. Like, you do have lush areas of green grass.
Yes. Everywhere you look, it's like green. But it's like almost a glowing green. Like it's very vibrant out here.
It's overwhelming at times.
Yeah, blinding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, do you know that different colors have different vibrations?
I'd heard you talk about it before, but like I've never really looked into it myself.
Me either. I know very little about it, I will say. But I know each color's supposed to have a different vibration that it goes along with.
And symbolism, like
yeah.
there's different colored roses, different colored stones that we work with.
Mm-hmm.
So
Don't give too much away. I'm setting a timer.
yes, ma'am.
We only have so much time to give all the secrets out.
You think we can do it all?
This
Okay,
timer,
I
I
doubt
have
it.
to push button for button. You know, like if I'm setting a timer for 20 minutes, I have to stay here and push it 20 times.
Oh my goodness, you can't hold it and
Nope.
do like 10-minute skip.
Nope.
Crazy.
Sorry, I'm really ridiculous about cleanliness when cooking. Because I get freaked out easy. Okay, so different vibrations are different colors, just like. Well, first we have to understand the concept that everything is a vibration of atoms, of molecules, right?
Yes, atoms make up everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whether it's a cup, a table, a tree, a me, or a you.
Yes. I have a funny joke about atoms.
What?
It's really cheesy.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's from you.
Why do scientists not trust atoms?
I don't know why.
They make up everything.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
I had to set her up as soon as she said it. I knew.
Yeah.
You know?
That was a good one. That
All
was
right.
cute.
So
Thank you.
the vibrations of atoms that make up everything are they vibrate at different levels, and at different levels it could even be different colors, different sound, all kinds of cool stuff. So I was driving down the road the other day, and I thought, you know what? The highest vibration recently we were told was gratitude or
Authenticity.
Authenticity.
Mhm.
But usually the highest vibration is love,
Mm-hmm.
right? And when people experience love and feel love, which the highest vibration, you guys pulled up a spectrum, so to speak, right?
Yes.
A scale.
Yep.
And what is the highest vibration of color?
Highest vibration is green.
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 So if we think about everything that's green, what is the first, when somebody says green, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Trees.
Okay, what about you, Morgan?
Money.
God.
Well, I think plants, but just because we had already kind of check marked that in my head, the next thing I thought of was money. So probably
We didn't, yeah, but specific plants like grass or, you know,
Yeah.
ivy or kudzu, whatever. It's green, right?
My favorite color is green.
Mine too. But if love is a high vibration and green's the high vibration, could love reflect green on the scale of vibrations?
Yes,
Absolutely.
So when I'm driving down this lush mountain area of all these green colors, I automatically go, wait a minute, green equals love, right? Which is, I don't think that's like I'm having this amazing epiphany moment. That's the truth. That's a true statement.
Yeah,
okay?
you'll find that in lots of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then I started looking around and go, but why is there so much hate here? Right?
Yeah.
Recently, we were talking to a woman whose grandchildren just moved here from another country. Now, if you saw these people, you would not know they were born in another country because they look very Caucasian,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
But
Yes.
they are fluent in other languages. They're really smart. And I said, oh man, where are they going to go to school? Because I knew if they went to a county school in this area, it would be very, very hard for them.
Mm-hmm.
Because people in this area are very judgmental and very full of like, I don't want to make it look like we live in the worst area in the world. We don't. But there's a lot of judgment here. And I thought, how do you, you know, she even said they're not going to any of these schools around here. They're going to a whole city away from here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. How can this beautifully lush green area be so full of hatred? Because it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A lot of judgment and yeah.
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 How could that be? I live in the belt buckle of the Bible Belt. So if you don't mind, ladies, could somebody look up Bible Belt for me on the Google? Not AI Google, but regular Google.
Regular Google coming up.
Our journalist is on it.
Yes.
Okay.
I can smell them spices already.
Are we going to trust Wikipedia on this one, or should we go?
You can. I mean, the thing is, it's like you'll see, just read
Okay,
it.
so it says the Bible Belt is a region of the southern United States and the midwestern state of Missouri where evangelical Protestants, yes, exerts a strong social and cultural influence. Exerts a strong social and cultural influence.
Well, I live in the belt buckle of that, which means that I'm right smack dab in the middle of judgment from hell. Like, literally. So, in Roan Mountain, we talk about Roan Mountain a lot. It is a village, not even a town, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you go more than a mile without seeing 3 churches?
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
So, let's just for a second play pretend, right? Let's play pretend that each church causes division and hatred. Can we do that?
Okay.
Sorry, I'm opening that thing of spicy.
I'm not super familiar in the politics of churches. Are churches opposing churches?
Yes.
There's like a big political separation there? Or like anger, resentment, or not anger or resentment,
So
but like a
there's,
dislike
like,
between churches?
For instance, like we have Southern Baptist.
Yeah.
Why would you have a Southern Baptist? You have Baptist, right? You've heard of Baptist. Then we have Southern Baptist, Southern Free Will Baptist. We have Free Will Baptist. They're all Baptists, but they're all different because somebody got mad at so-and-so in this church. Said, we're going to go down here, and we're going to be Southern Free Will because God gave us the free will to leave.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's almost like rival, like schools. I almost
Yes,
feel like it's
it
very
is.
like college, like rivalry
Absolutely.
type.
Okay.
Yeah, like there's just this, like you don't really talk about it. You just don't like one another. I feel like, especially if you hadn't like started in it, it's just like, oh, I don't know who like Penn State's rival is, but it's like, oh, that school, I'm just not gonna like them, you know. So I don't know. It feels very like college rival.
They're not me, so I'm not gonna.
Right,
Yeah.
and they don't like feel the same way we do. So
Yeah.
see you later, you know.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm guessing that causes a lot of tension within the community.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, but here's the thing. You have all these, let's think about like a sweet little grandma lady. She could love and accept everybody, but if the preacher standing in the pulpit says you can't love your grandson because they're gay, what do you think she's going to do?
Either hate the church or hate their grandson.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing it's not hate the church.
Absolutely. So in my brain, I'm driving and I go, wait a minute. How is this possible? Right? Can y'all hear me?
So,
How is this possible that we can have this much hate with this much faith? And is hate of God?
no.
No.
But is hate the opposite of love?
No.
No.
No. Fear is. So do they hate the other person or do they fear their situation? Is it hate we're dealing with or is it the unknown and fear? Right? So how do you counteract all that love? Because God is love. How do you counteract that? You put division in every corner. You put church on every corner. All teaching a different message. What do you think? What do y'all think about that?
Yeah.
Well, see, that was my thing. Like, how could a place that's so full of love, because it's so lush and green and vibrant, and then these churches come in, how would those things oppose one another? But if you're constantly changing up the church and causing more division and separating the people, I feel like it just like inflicts itself on like every part of the area.
Yeah, it causes the opposite of what church is supposed to be, where you're building a community and you're learning from each other and you're
Right.
answering the questions of like, am I going to hell for this, or you know, all that kind of thing. But instead, it causes all that division.
Yeah. It's just so sad though, because it's such a beautiful area, but I feel like it's just so dark,
Backwoods, closed-minded.
like darkened by everything, everything that's come to try to take that away from it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, how does one fix it? I'm asking you to. How would you fix it?
Well, I think Jesus came to tear down the four walls of religion, and that's how he tried to fix it, was get rid of the structure of religion.
Mm-hmm.
See how many floods there have been here?
trying to break down walls.
You gotta get rid of them somehow, I guess.
Yeah, floods in mountains don't really make sense.
I mean, especially what happened last year. Like, that's never happened.
Speaking of what happened last year,
We're talking about Helena.
Yeah.
you, Danielle, and me and Morgan met you to give donations. How were we treated?
Oh my gosh. You know, not very well in my opinion. I feel like it was a really nice thing that like we were trying to do. And I feel like we were met with just like, oh, you're here, drop them off on the side and like
They were
go
super
away.
nice on the phone until they saw us, right?
Super sweet on the phone. Like I really thought it was going to be different, and I was very shocked when it wasn't, I guess.
So, do you think, in your opinion, in dealing with people here, are they judgmental?
Very.
Extremely.
Isn't it bizarre that this place that offers so much love and acceptance, or could, is what it is?
You
Yeah.
would think it would be more open with how, I mean, like, it's just a perfect place for a bunch of hippies. Like, it's gorgeous. It's the Appalachian Trail comes
Yeah.
through here. Like, you would think that it'd be a happy, peaceful place, but isn't all.
Well, it seems like it would be the perfect recipe for love to grow and to spread. So that would be the perfect place for someone to come and destroy all of that. So I feel like it's being just like hit harder because it already has all of the workings of being a absolutely wonderful, loving, accepting community. You know?
Okay, so now that we're on this topic and we're really rolling, guys, please know that we're not judging anybody. This is all our thoughts and hypothetical, and it's an inside view to my brain, which is really terrifying, okay? So for a second, I want you guys to think about Ireland. When you think of Ireland and Scotland, we think of this green lush, right? Can anybody tell me what happened in Ireland and Scotland?
Division.
I would imagine there was a lot of war and division there. Oh, wait. Are we talking about, like St. Patrick and, like, him coming to, like, bring...
Huh?
Like, St. Patrick and him coming to, like, bring his religion over there and convert everyone, basically?
To drive out the snakes,
Yeah.
which was what?
People that thought differently than...
Hold on, I can't hear you. My chicken's crying.
You're fine. It was, like, people that thought differently than him. Like, root out the sin, basically. And
Druids, yeah.
yeah.
And what did they bring? Catholicism, controlling Catholicism.
Yeah.
So let's go to early America. What did they do to the indigenous people?
Genocide?
Yeah.
Huh?
Genocide?
Yeah, but
Oh,
religion.
yeah.
Tried to
What did they do?
convert
Converting.
them.
Yeah, they did convert them.
Yeah. That's terrifying.
It is terrifying and it's sad because
It took such a peaceful, beautiful place. Maybe not peaceful. I'm not saying Native Americans were peaceful, but it was something so much more like
pure.
Natural.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So how do we counteract that? We speak the truth. But
Revealing.
God's word says that, remember, I was hated in my own home. In my own hometown. And you will be treated like me and worse sometimes. So does it take an act of God to clear out some of this and make people understand the community doesn't matter what you look like, how you dress, your gender. It is just that. It's community. If you had a magic wand, and I ask this question a lot, what would you do to change it?
I don't know. Honestly, like, I would wish that everyone could see each other for who they are, like their souls, like deep down who that person is, and then like realize, and then see themselves and realize that we're all human. We all make a lot of mistakes. Nobody's perfect. And why are we judging each other when at the end of the day, we're all just judging ourselves and mad at we are, and that's why we bring judgment to other people. I don't know. I guess just remove the mask that people have in front of their eyes. Like, remove the rose-colored glasses or whatever it is that they put on to see what they want to see. I would love that. That would be my magic wand.
That's where I was going, is like you were saying, like in yourself, seeing your own love that you have, and stop. Yeah, I don't have much better than that. I think this is very well done.
Thank you. Yeah. No. Maybe just like have people love themselves so that then they could love other people better. More.
So you guys sent me pictures over here of this spectrum. Pretty high.
Yeah.
What do you think? Let's say, for instance, the circle one.
Mm-hmm.
When you get down into like the 12 and stuff like that, what would you think a desert would look like?
Very just like tan, brown, very like...
I want you for a second to close your eyes and think about an old school church. What's it look like? Describe it to me. Think about the pews, all that.
Very like muted, dull colors.
Yeah.
Like plank floor is like what I'm kind of looking at, like old, like an old church, like a plank floor, plank,
Mhm.
you know.
Very like barren.
Yeah.
I know that like the church that I grew up in had like those maroon
Oh,
felt
gosh.
like seats and stuff, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was very, very dark.
Yeah, most churches, even modern church, most modern churches are dark, extremely dark.
I'm
Which,
not talking about modern churches because modern churches have a different look.
yeah, well, I wasn't originally, but I'm saying even modern
Yeah.
churches, yeah.
There's not a whole lot of greens and blues, so I'll tell you that.
No. So we have discovered that green is the highest vibration that links up with love, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, how do we counteract this? And I know that you guys are probably like, get to the point. And here's my point. It's a horrible tragedy, right, that we have all this beautiful green and lush surroundings. I should probably tell you, we had to take a little pause so I could finish cooking and we could eat.
Yes.
That's why it's not like, you know.
Behind.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're full now and a little bit more content in our bodies. But we have all this beautiful, lush green around us, and it's very sad, right? Like, with that comes all these churches and division and judgment and, you know. But I'm just going to play the flip side of the coin, right? What if God knew, because he knows everything, that there was going to be nothing but judgment everywhere you looked and nobody would be able to agree, and he knew that churches were still going to stand, and he knew there was going to be 20 different denominations under one name, right? And 17 different kinds of Presbyterians and 20 kinds of Methodists and 84 kinds of Baptists, and don't even get me started on Catholicism, you know, and he knew all this division was going to be here. So he made sure that the places that were going to have the most division, the belt buckle of the Bible Belt, would be covered in green. So one day, a little kid who had no idea what love was because their parents treated him like shit, and everybody rejected him, he was different, could look out into that beautiful horizon that we have here and see all that green and feel the warmth from it.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
This is making me teary-eyed.
I'm so sorry, Morgan doesn't cry, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
That's why this is so great.
Yeah.
That's why we have this, because we do have such division. And people will be like, that's bull crap. There's division in New York City. Is there?
Not like here.
And I mean, there is staunch division. There's a lady that we know that's from this area. And like, dude, I'm born and raised from this area. And as I get from a lot of different people. You're not like the people from here. You don't act like them. But there's a lady we know. She's a wonderful, sweet, kind lady. And she found out we did Reiki, and she gave us the side eye.
Yes.
And we immediately had to shut it down. Like, no, you don't understand. We don't do what you
Think Reiki is.
Yes, we follow Christ. And I had to bring it back to Christ immediately because I knew if I didn't, she was going to really dislike us.
Yeah. Which was going to put roadblocks up in what we were doing.
Yes,
Right.
absolutely. So every time you see an area that's nothing but lush, lavish green, know that there's at least one person there that God is showing love to. And it's not necessarily through a church or through anything like that. It's just God showing his love for us. Now let me please say this. This is my understanding. This is my take on it. I'm going to turn it to you girls and ask you, how do you feel about it? Do you think that that's a possibility?
For sure.
I really hadn't thought about it that way, but it's almost a, I came from it as a, what came first, chicken or the egg? And when you're sitting here in the forest, I'm thinking, well, all this, God built the trees, and the trees are already here, and then we brought this, all this division, or
Yeah.
But-
Judgment, division.
yeah. But if God had already known that if He already knew that we were going to bring that here, and He then built the trees for that purpose, just puts a whole different reality to it.
Yeah.
So I really, really like that. I think you're completely right, because if you already know that all that darkness is gonna be there, then God's like, well, I'm going to spread the light.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love that. I had not thought about it, and wow.
Yeah. So if we let us, and this could even go down to grounding, right? The earth resonates at what, like how many kilohertz? Is that right? Yeah.
I don't know.
It's the same as what our body cavity goes to. So if we go out, we get barefoot in grass, dirt, and we hug a tree, it can ground us. It can bring us back to like who we are. It can help with depression, meditation, focus, hormones, all these wonderful things. And you think about it and you go, he knew that. He knew that there was going to be concrete. He knew there was going to be buildings. He knew there was going to be internet and electricity. He knew that. So he put places for us. Sanctuary, so to speak.
Yeah.
How do you feel, Danielle, about this?
No, I agree. So in thinking about it, so I live near the sea.
Mm-hmm.
And the sea is so vast that in my mind, nothing could ever overtake it, right? So it's going to be here till the earth doesn't exist anymore, if that ever happens. And I think there's a reason for that. Like, it was made so vast, and the land was made so vast, and we were made the way we were.
Yeah.
So that we couldn't destroy everything, because he knew one day we would need all of it.
Yes.
All of it. And yeah, so I never looked at it that way. I always came from the perspective of, we keep coming and destroying this beautiful earth that we were given.
Mm-hmm.
But looking at it from the perspective of, well, it was here because of when that started to happen, we would still have all of that stuff. I mean, I think that's beautiful.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. And I think that the more we look at the things that God gave us and brought to us, or built us on, the more it's like, wow, look at that green. So let's just take a second. And if you need to close your eyes, that's fine. But let's think about, do y'all know what Pangea is? Mm-hmm. You don't know what Pangea is? Oh my gosh, Danielle, do you want to pull up what Pangea is? So at one time in the earth, I'm going to explain it while she'll give you a visual. Okay, Morgan? Pangea means that at one time, everything, all the different continents were one piece of land.
Oh, I've heard that.
And it depends on how you believe and what you believe in of how it was divided. Okay.
Like tectonic plate shifts
Yeah.
or, you know.
Christ did it because
Yeah.
he was separating different tribes.
Okay.
Okay. But Pangea-wise, the Appalachian Mountains, especially this area, connected to Scotland, Ireland, and England. Yeah.
Stop.
Isn't that crazy?
That's like, okay. Oh, well, that makes so much
So
sense.
the cool thing is that, like, if you think about this area and the indigenous people that were drove out, and you think about Ireland and Scotland and the Druid people that were drove out, it's like I've been to Scotland and it looks like it does here. It's this green. The difference is it's at the same level as Alaska, so it's much. I mean, I feel like I need to live there. Okay. But does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, being that God, we believe that God created the heavens and the earth and he spoke things into existence, right? But he still knew the areas that needed the most love. Isn't that crazy?
It's insane. Like, that is so cool, though, to think, like, all of that was connected. And he knew ahead of time that those were the places that were going to need the most love. And geographically, they're very similar. It's like, that's crazy.
And you can make it so small, like with the constellations.
Yeah.
How, like, we've talked about on the Moon and Stars episodes, that he placed them where people were going to need them specifically for that person.
Yeah.
And to think if he's been doing that, he did that since the beginning.
Yes.
That he knew that that tree needed to be there to stop that arrow from hitting that person. The trees needed to be here for the religious reasons and for all of this. And to be like, he did that much detail for this amount of time.
Yes.
Is insane.
It's
Absolutely.
massive.
And it's really a beautiful thing to step back and look. So, one thing that I'm going to ask, if you're listening to this, whether you reach out to us personally because you have our cell numbers, or privately, like personally, or you do it on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. Well, we don't have a Snapchat, and I think that's for the best. TikTok, or even at somesavegifted@gmail.com. All those platforms, right? We would like, if you say we don't want to make this public, you just want to tell us. When you get to a point that you're trying to connect to God, do you look to the heavens? Maybe at night. I know that for me, I talk about this a lot, but like the moon and the stars, man, I can connect to, the creator of the universe that way. Or is it the mountains? And I think about the Rocky Mountain, like out west. You know what I mean? It's a totally different look.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I will say, like, growing up in these mountains here, and then going, like, to the Grand Canyon, I really thought I'd get there and be like, oh my God. But it is such a different, beautiful colorscape.
Yeah. A different energy.
And it totally different energy, but so full of life.
Yeah.
And it makes the greens there more vibrant. It's bizarre. I mean, because you look here and everything's so green. I wish I would have got my husband while we were eating dinner to talk about how green it is, so you could have heard what inspired this conversation, and what inspired these thoughts, because just the vibrant green, especially right after, at the beginning of summer, it almost hurts your eyes. It's so green. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think you guys have been here. It's pretty green now, but the peak of green here is like so intense that it's overwhelming.
It's almost like fluorescent.
Yes.
It is so bright and like shiny.
And it feels like it's like your heart's beating fast.
It truly feels like the sun is reflecting off of
Yes.
it, to the point that it's like, I mean, it's intense, but
Yeah.
it's beautiful. Like, even just driving in here, because I've been here a couple times during the summer, but like everything is so lush and so green that I don't even think you can appreciate it for what it is until you're actually here and seeing it.
Absolutely.
It's
I
beautiful.
will say that when you live without it, it's weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So where you grew up, Morgan, super green all around you, but corn green, which is different than this green, is it not?
Yeah.
Do you feel?
And it's all lower. Like we have very green grass and an emeraldy green leaves for the
Corn.
stalks. Corn.
Yeah.
Yeah, the corn stalks. But that's only goes up to 6 feet around you. 6 or 7 feet around you. And then you've got massively large blue skies. You
Yeah,
don't
but-
have all these mountains.
Yeah, but for you and I, we're short.
Yeah.
So if we're standing in a cornfield, it's very to me, it's like one of the first times Morgan came here, she goes, "Hey yo, I feel claustrophobic with all these mountains," and I went, "Really?" Because I feel claustrophobic at where you live. Because I feel like everybody can see me. I feel like there's a sniper somewhere and I can't see them. But in the mountains, I know where the vantage points are. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I know if somebody's going to try to shoot me from over there, they're going to have to be up this high and I'm going to be able to see them.
Yeah.
So it's a different, I mean, it's definitely still that green vibration, right? But it's just a different, here it's green all the way up, almost to the sky,
Yeah.
is what it feels like.
Yeah.
Yes. It feels
And
like
there it's blue, green. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a fine line. A
Yes.
hard line. A hard line.
Very, very hard line. Very little.
There's one road that I love to drive on because it's so flat that you can see the curvature of the earth in the winter when the corn's cut down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can see the curvature of the world. That's why.
that's so cool.
That's why I'm not a flat earther. Otherwise, I could have been
Huh.
homeschooled. You know, could have been brainwashed.
Okay. You know what? Speaking of reality shows, that made me think. The flat earthers, actually.
Yeah.
There is this girl on TikTok that says, I want a real reality show. I want a reality show where flat earthers are constantly trying to find the edge of the earth.
Listen, I feel like I've seen this TikTok, and I was like,
I
would,
wanted it
I
too.
would watch it.
I would too, in a heartbeat.
Let's go. I just want to know.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see what they see from their perspective and like go on this hunt with them.
Yeah.
Maybe they could convince us.
Maybe they could.
Maybe.
Nobody's just giving them enough credit for a show.
Have you guys met flat earthers?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
It's a
haven't.
time.
No.
Yeah. No, I have a couple.
It's interesting.
It's interesting.
I encourage you to make friends with one or just meet one.
You know, maybe I have. I've had a couple of people that I've met, and I thought, I wonder if they're a flat earther. But I wasn't bold enough to ask. Should have asked.
I feel like, I don't know if you feel this way, but I feel like they just like talking about it.
Yeah.
I feel like they'll just bring
Maybe I haven't.
bring it up.
No.
So you know the Earth's flat, right? That's usually I've met like 2 or 3, and you're like, explain.
Yeah. Because I feel like it doesn't just come up in conversation. It's more one of those
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah. But it's interesting. But
Yes.
I love that. So where I grew up in Pennsylvania, it was all very hilly, super hilly and very green. And now by the coast, it's like very flat. So it's very different. But I do miss this, like growing up with all the green. Because I feel like there was a lot of it in PA, and now there's not as much of it.
That's what I was going to ask you. Is it hard going back to because the ocean there is like a level of aquamarine or green to
Yeah.
it, but like, is it hard going from here to there, or even Pennsylvania to there, where it's not?
It is. It is. And I think I don't realize it until I leave and like come here, go to PA and go back. But that's why I wanted to live in a neighborhood that had trees, because there are a lot there that don't have
Yeah.
trees. I mean, the grass is like, it's a different kind of grass. It's very sandy grass. So
Yeah.
it's like brown mixed with the green. But I told Eric when we moved, like I needed a place that had trees and felt like a neighbor, like a true neighborhood. And he was like, well, what does a true neighborhood feel like to you? And I was like, with trees and grass and like, I don't know, life, you know?
Yeah.
So it is a little tough. I think that's why I spend so much time at the ocean, because I'm like, if I'm not going to have my trees, then I at least need water, you know?
Yeah. So here's another really, and I'm just throwing things out here because I think this is interesting, and that's what we do on this podcast, is talk about interesting things, right? So have y'all ever met people that are terrified of grass? Like terrified of grass completely?
No, I don't think so.
Really?
I don't think
So it's like a phobia. I don't know the exact name, but there's people that are like, and it's not just the grass, but they're terrified of the bugs that live in the grass. They're gonna eat them, and like so they won't walk on it. And usually, if it's usually I don't know why, but in my studies, so to speak, it's always been people that are older, and they convince their children and grandchildren not to walk in the grass because they'll die. It's really bizarre
What do they think's going to happen?
that the grass can consume them.
Like quicksand?
Usually the same people are also terrified of a lot of things. And part of like cults and stuff. So it's all fear-based, everything.
Interesting.
So where
I've
do
met
they...
a lot of people. Sorry,
No, go ahead. Go.
I've met a lot of people who are say they're allergic to grass.
Yeah, no. One of my nieces is allergic to grass. She gets all rashy.
Yeah, but I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
Like, what do they do if they have a lawn?
They walk on their sidewalk.
So they can't like mow grass or anything though.
No,
you know?
no, they can't touch it.
That's crazy.
Or they can mow it, but they just can't touch it. They have to have shoes on, and they have like very distant. Like if they have shoes that they walk in grass, and they can't walk in their house in it.
Wow, I've never met one of these people.
Oh, it's real, and it is intense, and I'm mean because I'll be like, "Oh, there's a piece of grass I threw at you," ah! You know.
Stop.
It's really bizarre. So, we want to know what you guys think about all this, and green being the coolest, whatever. I'm not saying it's the coolest. And if you live in an area that has not got a lot of green, is there something that you know that God put there for you that is connective to you, right? So let us know, and if we can share it, we would love to. We are on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube at Some Say I'm Gifted, and you can find me personally at Tesserae Lee McKittrick on Facebook and Some Say I'm Gifted at gmail.com. God, did I get all those, guys?
You did. Good job.
I love you guys. I can't wait to hear what you have to say, and let us know what you think of this podcast. Like, subscribe, follow, share, tell your neighbor, tell a friend, tell an enemy. We don't care. We love you guys.
Love you guys.
See you Thursday.